Have you ever walked deep into a forest away from the noise, away from the endless demands of our world and felt a sudden, profound silence? A silence that isn't empty, but full. A feeling of being watched, not with judgment, but with a deep, ancient and patient awareness? What if that feeling wasn't just your imagination? What if it was an invitation to recognition? What if the silent giants that surround us are not just wooden leaves, but conscious living libraries holding the memory of the earth itself? For millennia, we have lived alongside them, built our homes from their bodies, and breathed the very air they provide. Yet we have forgotten their true nature. We have forgotten their language. In this journey together, we will pull back the veil on this profound mystery. First, you will discover the forgotten truth of how our ancestors didn't just respect trees, they revered them as gatekeepers to other worlds. Next, we will explore the secret energetic network that flows beneath our feet, a web of consciousness that science is only just beginning to glimpse. And most importantly, by the end of our time together, you will learn the first simple, yet powerful steps to open your own senses to their silent, healing wisdom. But before we enter the heart of the ancient woods, I want to ask you something. Take a moment, close your eyes if you wish, and travel back in your own memory. Is there a particular tree from your childhood or your life that holds a special place in your heart? A sturdy oak you climbed? A weeping willow whose branches created a secret sanctuary? A tree outside your bedroom window that you watched through the seasons? Please share that memory in the comments below. What did it feel like just to be near it? That feeling, that connection is where our journey begins. To understand the true power held within the heartwood of a tree, we must first travel back in time to an era when humanity knew how to listen. Most of us think of ancient myths as simple, primitive stories. But what if they are not stories but maps? Maps of consciousness. In the heart of Norse cosmology stands Yggdrasil, the great world tree. It wasn't just a tree. It was the entire axis of reality. Its roots dug deep into the underworld, the realm of hidden truths, while its trunk formed the world of mortals, and its branches scraped the heavens, home of the gods. The Vikings didn't believe the universe contained a tree. They believed the universe was a tree, a living, breathing, interconnected structure. This wasn't an isolated belief. Thousands of miles away, in the misty groves of ancient Europe, the Celtic priests known as the Druids held the forest as their most sacred temple. The very word druid is believed to mean oak, nor one who holds the wisdom of the trees. They understood that each tree possessed a unique spirit, a unique energy. The oak was for strength and endurance, the ash for connection and prophecy, the birch for new beginnings and purification. For the Druids, initiation wasn't about reading texts. It was about sitting in silence at the foot of an ancient tree until the chattering mind grew quiet and another voice could be heard. A voice that didn't use words, but spoke in feelings, in images and sudden bursts of intuitive knowing. They were learning to read the soul of the tree, and through it, the soul of the world. And across the globe, another seeker found enlightenment not in a temple, but in the shelter of a tree. For 49 days, the man who would become the Buddhist beneath a sacred fig. It was in the shade of this tree, connected to its grounding, unwavering presence, that he finally transcended the illusions of the material world and touched the infinite. The tree was not incidental to his awakening. It was his anchor, his partner, his silent witness. Yggdrasil, the druid grows, the Bodhi tree, From different continents, different cultures, different epochs, the message is the same. Our ancestors knew something we have forgotten. Trees are not just passive objects. They are conduits. They are pillars connecting the earth to the heavens. They are conscious. But how? How could they all have known this? The answer lies not in history books, but in the very ground beneath our feet, in a vibrational reality that modern science is only now beginning to courageously explore. In recent years, science has made a stunning discovery, something they call the Wood Wide Web. Below the forest floor, there is a complex subterranean network of fungi, mycelium that connects the roots of individual trees, even those of different species. Through this network, they share resources. A mother tree can send carbon and nutrients to its struggling saplings. They can send warning signals about insect attacks or drought. They are, quite literally, in communication. But this physical network is only a shadow of a much deeper, more profound reality. The ancient wisdom traditions taught that this is merely the biological reflection of a vast, energetic network, a planetary grid of consciousness. Think of each ancient tree as a living acupuncture needle in the body of Gaia, or Earth. Their deep roots draw up not just water and minerals, but the raw, telluric energy from the planet's core, its life force. Their leaves and branches act as antennas, drawing down cosmic energy, stellar light, and celestial information from the heavens. The tree is the meeting point. The alchemist. It stands in perfect balance, transforming the energy of the earth and the energy of the sky into a stable, life-giving frequency that it broadcasts out into its environment. When you walk into a forest, that feeling of peace that washes over you is not just psychological. It is physical. You are stepping into a powerful, harmonized energy field. Your own chaotic, stressed-out energy field, battered by Wi-Fi signals and city noise, begins to naturally attune to the slow, deep and steady vibration of the forest. It is a form of passive, effortless healing. The trees are cleaning your energy, whether you are aware of it or not. They are broadcasting a frequency of balance, and your body, hungry for it, instinctively listens. Now that we understand their nature as ancient, conscious beings and their function as energetic stabilizers, what can we do with this knowledge? This is the most crucial part, turning this awareness into a living experience. It doesn't require a special ritual or years of training. The first step is the simplest and perhaps the most profound. It requires only one thing: a shift in your perception. The next time you are outside, find a tree. Any tree. It could be a mighty oak in a park or a slender birch in your own backyard. Don't just glance at it and categorize it. That's a tree. Stop. Stand before it. Truly see it. Witness it. Notice the texture of its bark. Is it rough like an old man's hand or smooth like stone? Follow the lines of its branches as they reach for the light, like arms opened in prayer. See the individual leaves, each one a perfect little solar panel, dancing in the breeze. Acknowledge that you are in the presence of a living being, one that has stood in this very spot for decades, perhaps even centuries. It has witnessed every sunrise, every storm, every passing season. It holds a stillness that our hurried lives rarely afford us. Take a deep breath, and then another. Don't try to get anything from the tree. Don't ask for anything. Simply offer it your presence, your undivided attention. This is the beginning of a conversation. This is how you show respect. This is the first knock on the door. You are moving from seeing the tree as an it, an object, to witnessing it as a thou, a presence. And in that simple, sacred shift of perception, the entire world begins to change. The whispers of the forest begin to find their way in. What we have explored today is just the first rustling of the leaves. We've rediscovered the wisdom of our ancestors and glimpsed the invisible network that sustains all life. We've learned that the first step in communicating is simply to be present. But this raises an even deeper question. If they are truly conscious, and we can learn to be present with them, how do they speak back? What is the nature of their language? How can the frequency of an oak tree give us strength? How can the energy of a willow help us heal from grief? The answers lie in the energetic exchange, the silent language of vibration and resonance. And in our next chapter, we will learn to decode it. We will explore the specific energetic signatures of different trees and uncover the mechanics of how a simple act of connection can harmonize our minds, heal our bodies, and soothe our souls. The silent guardians are waiting to teach us. The only question is, are we ready to listen? In our last chapter, we stood at the edge of the ancient forest, having remembered the forgotten reverence our ancestors held for the trees. We learned to be still, to witness, and to open the first door of perception simply by offering our presence. But we were left with a profound question: how do they speak back? If there is a conversation to be had, what is its language? To understand the language of trees, we must first accept a fundamental truth of our universe: it does not speak in words. It speaks in frequency. It communicates through vibration. Everything you see, everything you are, is a vibrating field of energy. Your thoughts, your emotions, the chair you're sitting in, the light from your screen. It is all vibration, each resonating at its own unique frequency. Our modern world has become a symphony of chaos. The high-frequency buzz of electronics, the frantic pace of information, the jarring alarms and notifications, they all create a vibrational static that pulls our own energy field out of tune. We feel it as anxiety, as exhaustion, as a sense of being disconnected. Now imagine the Earth itself has a heartbeat. Science calls this the Schumann resonance, a measurable planetary frequency, a steady pulse of electromagnetic energy vibrating at around 7.83 Hz. It is the natural, background hum of our world. It is the frequency of life in balance. And what are the greatest natural antennas on the planet, perfectly designed to connect the conductive Earth with the electrical atmosphere? The trees. They are living tuning forks. They spend their entire lives marinating in this fundamental, healing frequency. They don't just live on the Earth. They are in constant vibrational dialogue with it. The deep grounding peace you feel in an old, growth forest is your body recognizing its own native frequency. It's the feeling of coming home, not just to a place, but to a vibration. The tree is the instrument, and its song is the calm, steady heartbeat of the Earth. But this leads to a more subtle mystery. If all trees are broadcasting this grounding frequency, why do they feel so different from one another? Why does seeking shelter under a great oak feel so different from resting beneath the branches of a willow? Because while they all play the same root note of the Earth's song, each species, and indeed each individual tree, adds its own unique melody. On top of that foundational grounding frequency, each tree has its own energetic signature, a distinct personality imprinted by its species, its age, its location, and its own life experience. The oak, for example, with its deep roots and dense wood, vibrates with the energy of strength, stability, and sovereignty. Its aura is one of endurance and protection. It teaches us how to stand firm in our own power, how to weather the storms of life without breaking. The willow, always found near water, embodies the energy of flow, flexibility, and emotional release. It is deeply connected to the moon and the tides of emotion. Its signature is one of letting go. It doesn't resist the wind. It dances with it. It teaches us that true strength is not in rigidity, but in surrender, and it offers a safe space to process our grief and allow our tears to flow. The pine and evergreen carries the frequency of purification and resilience. The very air around a pine forest feels cleaner, charged with life. Its energetic signature is one of cleansing the old, of forgiving the past, and of maintaining your life force even in the darkest of winters. This is the language of the trees. Not of words, but of resonant, energetic meaning. And sometimes a person who is in need of a specific frequency will find themselves inexplicably drawn to the very tree that is broadcasting it. Take the story of Anna. Anna was a brilliant architect, known for her visionary designs. She had poured her heart and soul into a competition for a new city library, a project she felt was her life's work. But she lost. The rejection sent her into a spiral of burnout and disillusionment. The joy she once found in her work was replaced by a heavy sense of failure. Her mind was a storm of chaotic frequencies, self-doubt, anger, regret. Seeking escape, she began taking long, aimless walks in a large park. For weeks, she barely noticed her surroundings. But one afternoon, feeling particularly heavy, she found herself leaving the main path, drawn down a small track toward a quiet pond. And there she saw it. She didn't know why, but she felt compelled to stop. She sat on the grass near its trunk, not even touching it at first, and just watched the way its branches moved in the breeze. She watched them dip into the water, surrendering to the gentle current, and rise again. She sat there for an hour. She didn't try to meditate. She didn't try to solve her problems. She just sat, held in the soft, flowing non-judgmental presence of the willow. And for the first time in months, she cried. She let go of the rigid grip she had on her disappointment. In the silent, vibrational language of the willow, she received a message not of words, but of feeling. Let it go. Let it flow. True strength is in surrender. A new current will come. She returned to that tree every day for a week. She never found the answer to her career problems under that tree. Instead, she found something far more important. She found her peace again. The willow didn't fix her. It simply broadcast the frequency of release, and her body, starved for it, knew exactly how to use it to heal itself. So we have the trees broadcast, a specific energetic song. And we have our own need for that harmony. But what is the bridge? How does the signal actually get from the tree to you? The secret lies within the most powerful electrical generator you possess, an organ that produces an electromagnetic field thousands of times stronger than your brains. Your heart. Science has confirmed that the human heart generates a powerful torus-shaped energy field that extends several feet out from the body. This field is not static. It changes in response to your emotions. When you feel love, gratitude, or compassion, this field becomes smooth, orderly, and coherent. When you feel fear, anger, or stress, it becomes chaotic and disordered. This is the mechanism of the energetic exchange. It is a process physicists call entrainment. When two vibrating objects are near each other, the one with the weaker or more chaotic frequency will naturally start to sync up with the one that has the stronger or more stable frequency. It's like placing a grandfather clock next to several smaller, randomly ticking clocks. Eventually, they will all start to tick in perfect time with the larger clock. The tree is the grandfather clock. Its energy field, stabilized by its deep connection to the earth, is immense, ancient, and coherent. Our human field, especially when we are stressed or unwell, is like the smaller, chaotic clock. When you stand before a tree with an open heart, with intention, with reverence, you are consciously placing your energy field within it. You are opening the door for entrainment to occur. Your heart's frequency begins to listen, and then to match the calm grounding frequency of the tree. This is not just a metaphor. It is a form of subtle, vibrational physics. Your very cells begin to resonate with the peace, strength, or flow of the tree you are with. This is the energetic exchange. It is a dance of frequency, a silent communion of two living energy fields. The tree offers its stable, harmonious vibration, and in return, our genuine gratitude and love, our own coherent heart frequency, is a gift back to the tree, creating a circuit of healing and recognition. We have now journeyed from the myths of our ancestors to the vibrational physics of the unseen world. We understand that trees are conscious broadcasters of healing frequencies, and that our own hearts hold the key to receiving their transmission. We know what it is, and we know how it works. This brings us to the final, most empowering step of our journey. Now that we understand the principles, how do we become active participants? How do we move from being a passive bystander in the forest to consciously choosing a tree ally? How do we perform the ritual of connection, ask for guidance, and clearly receive the messages waiting for us in the heartwood? In our final chapter, we will learn the sacred art of partnership with the tree people. We will walk through the practical steps to ground, connect, and communicate, transforming this beautiful knowledge into your own profound, personal wisdom. The dance of energy is beginning, and you are being invited to join. We have journeyed through myth and memory. We have explored the unseen rivers of energy that flow all around us. We now understand that the silent beings we call trees are powerful, conscious broadcasters of harmony, and that our own hearts hold the key to tuning into their song. We have arrived at the final and most sacred part of our journey. This is where knowledge transforms into wisdom, where you cease to be just a listener to this story and become the author of your own. This is where we learn the dance. The first misconception we must release is that this is a journey of the intellect. It is not. The journey doesn't begin with choosing a tree. It begins with allowing a tree to choose you. The next time you feel the call to connect, go to a place with trees. A forest, a park, even a quiet street. And as you walk, soften your gaze. Don't look for a tree. Simply be open. Let your rational mind take a rest and allow your intuition, your feeling sense to come forward. Just walk. Breathe. Notice the light, the air on your skin. And pay attention to the pull. You will feel it. It might be a tree that seems to glow as if the light is hitting it in a special way. It could be one that your eyes keep drifting back to for no logical reason. Or it may simply be a quiet feeling, a gentle magnetic tug from your heart that says here, this one. When you feel that pull, trust it. That is the tree's invitation. Approach it slowly with reverence. This is not your property. You are a guest in its space, in its aura. Stand before it for a moment and ask for permission. Not with your voice, but with your heart. A simple, silent thought: may I connect with you? Wait for the answer. It will not be a booming voice. It will be a feeling. A sense of calm, of welcome, of peace settling over you. A feeling of yes. Once you receive that silent affirmation, the sacred conversation can truly begin. This is not a rigid ceremony, but a simple, 5-step dance of energy that anyone can learn. Step 1: grounding. Before you connect with the tree, you must first connect with the earth that sustains you both. Stand with your feet firmly on the ground. Close your eyes and imagine roots extending from the soles of your feet, just like the trees. Visualize them digging deep into the cool, dark soil, anchoring you to the planet's core. Feel your connection to the earth. Feel its stability. You are now standing in your own power. Step 2: offering. In any conscious relationship, we must give before we receive. You do not need a physical object. The most powerful offering you have is your own heartfelt gratitude. In your mind or in a soft whisper, simply say thank you. Thank the tree for its presence, for its beauty, for the oxygen it creates, for the shade it provides. Fill your heart with genuine appreciation. This coherent frequency of gratitude is the key that unlocks the door. Step 3: listening. Now quiet your mind. This is often the hardest part. Thoughts will arise. Let them drift by like clouds. Bring your focus back to the presence of the tree. What do you feel? Not think, but feel. Is it a sense of peace? Of strength? Of ancient sadness? Do any images, memories, or colors appear in your mind's eye? Don't analyze them. Just notice. This is the tree's subtle language. You are learning to perceive it. Step 4: merging. Now you may make physical contact. Place your hands gently on the trunk. Or, if it feels right, lean your back against it so your spine aligns with its trunk. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. As you exhale, visualize yourself releasing all your stress, your anxiety, your worries. Imagine them flowing out of you, down through the tree's roots, deep into the earth to be composted and transformed into neutral energy. As you inhale, visualize yourself drawing up the tree's energy. Inhale its calm, its stability, its ancient patience. Feel it filling your body, your cells, your heart. Breathe out your chaos. Breathe in its peace. Do this for as long as feels right. This is the dance of entrainment in action. Step 5: integrating. When you feel the exchange is complete, don't just turn and walk away. End the connection with grace. Slowly remove your hands. Place them on your own heart for a moment, feeling the shift within you. Offer one last, silent thank you to the tree for its gift. Consciously acknowledge that the conversation is ending for now. Then turn and walk away, but carry the feeling with you. Notice how the world looks different, how you feel different. The gift has been integrated. The connection doesn't always end when you walk away. The tree has planted a seed of wisdom within you. So how do you help it grow? The message is rarely a direct, verbal answer to a problem. The gift is a change in your state of being. If you came to the tree feeling anxious, the gift is the profound peace that stays with you for the rest of the day. If you were feeling stuck and confused, and you connected with a strong, decisive oak, don't be surprised if a clear, simple solution to your problem pops into your head that evening. You didn't think your way to the answer. You resonated your way to it. The tree didn't give you the answer. It gave you the frequency of clarity, which allowed the answer to find you. Trust the synchronicities that follow your connection. Pay attention to your dreams that night. The guardian has given you a gift of energy. It's now up to you to notice how it unfolds in the tapestry of your life. So the next time you walk past a tree on a busy street or stand at the edge of a great forest, remember what you have learned. You are not looking at a mere object. You are in the presence of an ancient, conscious guardian. A silent witness to the unfolding of time. A pillar between heaven and earth, broadcasting a constant song of peace, strength, and balance. Remember that it is not just out there and you are in here. It is a thread in the vast, cosmic tapestry of life, and you are a thread woven from the very same source. Its whispers are not a fantasy. They are a forgotten frequency your own heart is longing to hear. You are not alone. You are surrounded by allies. You are being guided. The wisdom of the trees is the wisdom of connection to the living earth. And in our next video, we will decode an even more fundamental and controversial mystery, the memory of water. We will explore the startling evidence that this simple substance, which makes up over 70% of our bodies, is not just a chemical compound, but a liquid crystal, a living library capable of holding intention, emotion, and the very blueprint of life itself. It is a secret that could change everything you thought you knew about healing and reality. I would be deeply honored to hear about your own first conscious connection. After you've had a chance to try this practice, please come back and share in the comments what it felt like for you. Which tree called to you? And what gift of feeling did it offer? Your story will inspire countless others. If the message in this journey resonated with your soul, please share it with a friend who you believe needs to hear this too. And if you are not yet part of our community, please subscribe and press the notification bell to continue this journey of uncovering the hidden truths that connect us all. Thank you for walking this path with me.